The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors.
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors.
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors.
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Well, good evening, everybody, from Spooler Stadium in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We hope we have Week 6 of high school football tonight here on SummitCitySports.com as the Snider Panthers take on the Wayne Generals. Jim Measle here along with Brian Dellinger and Dave Peterson. And it's been a rather interesting late afternoon and early evening of weather around the Fort Wayne area after a rather tranquil first 5 weeks of the season with the weather. Ryan, all heck has broken out here since mid-afternoon. We were supposed to kick off at 7. It's 7:40 right now. So they were originally going to delay the game till 8, and just a few minutes ago, because of lightning in the area, now kickoff has been pushed back to 8:30. We hope to get the game in tonight if Mother Nature cooperates.
Well, typically we would be worried about it here at Spooler Stadium if this were last year. But the grass is gone and the turf is here, so it won't take long once they decide to get rolling. And they'll probably have an abbreviated warm-up session for the two teams, and then we'll get rolling. They're telling us about 7:30. That's, I think, very optimistic. Depends on whether these blue and orange skies finally make it here. We're still having some lightning off to our north and west at this particular time, but all signs are go that we are going to have football here tonight at Spooler Stadium on this wet, rainy Friday night. Last year it seemed like every Friday it rained. This year we've had pretty good weather, Jim, and I think once these storms get through here, we'll be well on the way. I know some games around the area have gone ahead and canceled for this evening and will play tomorrow. I know some games in Michigan have canceled and moved on to tomorrow. And but here at Spooler Stadium, we've got turf, and we're going to have a game. I see the clock on the scoreboard says 50 minutes, so that's about right where they told us we would be.
That has not been adjusted in the last 10 minutes. We have seen some flashes of lightning off in the distance. So, again, we're keeping our fingers crossed. All of the Summit Athletic Conference games have been delayed. We understand Lure's game with Northrop at Lure's Field has been pushed back to an 8:30 start as well. Homestead at North Side, they're telling, I understand, looking at the Homestead Athletic Twitter feed, that they have stopped selling tickets at North Side. So they're in the same situation as here. They told the ticket people, the gate people, to stop selling tickets until this latest batch of weather gets out of here. So we're really in a holding pattern right now. It's kind of like those days when you were growing up watching the space launches. Sometimes you get the countdown going, and then you get a T-minus 9 minutes in holding for like 2 hours. So as it stands now, this game will kick off 90 minutes later than the original start time of 7 o'clock. We are hoping to get an 8:30 kick here tonight.
And it looks like, just to update you, all games are now officially probably at 8:30 here locally, as I'm seeing most of the SAC games definitely have moved to 8:30. Some of the area schools also have either gone to 8 or 8:15, and some even 8:30 now, as the storms are starting to roll out of the area. Thank goodness, Jim.
Up to the north, in the Northeast Corner Conference, Angola at Fairfield was postponed until 4 o'clock tomorrow. Central Noble at Lakeland, east side of Prairie Heights, both of those games postponed until 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
So Leo plays this evening. They have pushed their game now to 9 o'clock this evening.
That's pretty much the drop dead time.
Yep, and then you get any lightning after that, you go home. Yep. The Bishop DeWanger game at Concordia has moved from 8:15 back to 8:45 now. So they do have grass there, so they're going to try and let it dry up just a bit there at Concordia Zollner Stadium. I'm looking through these, Jim, and I don't see any new updates on game times. I'll refresh one more time. And Adams Central and South Adams, the big game in the area tonight, underway.
All right,
yep.
Great. Yeah, well, we look to the south, and we got some clear skies down there, so maybe there's a hole down there in Adams County in the weather system, and they can hopefully get that big ball game in. By the way, unfortunately, some folks spread some inaccurate information on social media about this game between Wayne and Snider, that it was off. And
that's
again,
not the case.
That's not the case. We're still playing here as of now. We're still going to kick at 8:30. But a little advice on social media:
don't hit send.
Don't hit send, and pay attention. Get your information from the official sources: school Twitter sites, team Twitter sites, places like that. Don't. Well, I heard it from a second cousin of a guy from down the street. That kind of stuff.
Exactly. And we know what happens with that kind of stuff nowadays.
Yeah. And don't hit send also.
That's correct. I have to have a long conversation every year with my Southside players. Whatever you do, don't hit send. What they don't understand is these colleges nowadays, they have actual groups. Like, once they start recruiting you, they start following you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and they build a whole resume just on what your social media is. And,
exactly.
And there's some athletes that have been in this area lately that are not playing college sports because of what they've said on especially Twitter. And I don't know what's some of those other ones. What's the one that's
Instagram?
No, there's another one that the kids like. Snapchat. That's the other one too. So you got to be careful what you do there on social media. And we haven't seen any flashes of lightning, so it's starting to look a little bit better.
The rain has just about stopped.
It's completely done.
Good. All right. Well, we can talk a little bit about this game here tonight: the Wayne Generals and the Snider Panthers here at Spooler Stadium. The Panthers 4-1 after that loss last week to Homestead, and that was a bad night for the Snider defense. They're going to be growling tonight.
Absolutely, they were basically torched last week as they gave up 7 straight possessions scores for Homestead before they finally had to punt late in the game. So I think the Snider defense will come out a little more animated this week. Probably they will be more disciplined this week than they have been in the last few weeks. They've played not the best competition early. Carroll gave them a run for their money, but for the most part they haven't seen a passing attack like what Homestead had, and the athletes that Homestead has as well. So their defense, I'm sure, will be much better tonight against this Wayne team, and I'm sure that they will look to rebound. And what I think about the delay is I was an athlete too, Jim, and we played in the holiday tournament one year and for basketball, and it went to 3 overtimes the game before ours did, and it kind of gets you in a different set of your mind's different. You know what I mean? You just your routine has changed a little bit. And we'll see which team that affects here. You know, when you lose a game and then you're delayed the next game, or a rain delay in baseball or basketball, you have a 3 overtime game before yours, and you just don't know, you know, that everything has changed for you. But as a competitor, you want to get out there and play. And obviously tonight we're going to get some football in.
We hope so. And the Wayne Generals, after a 9-3 season last year, which included a victory over Snider, 21-7, and a 1-point loss to the eventual state champion Dwenger Saints. They lost a lot of players off of that team. Nearly 24 seniors graduated. A lot of first-year players this year for Wayne. It's a young team, obviously a rebuilding season. And at 0-5, things have not quite gone the Generals' way this season.
Yeah, they've struggled in the passing game. The running game hasn't been quite as good. You lose Darius Alexander, the big offensive lineman they had last year, along with Craig Young that played some tight end for them. You know, you lose a lot there when you lose those two guys. Darius Alexander, personally to me, was a bigger loss than Craig Young because of where he played on the field for the Wayne Generals. But they've got to try and figure some stuff out. At this point, they know what their path is. They want to get to the postseason healthy. They want to compete in these last 3 or 4 games of the season, then get into postseason and see what happens. Now, Coach Derek Moore, I'm sure he'll have his players all fired up for tonight's game.
Well, this is the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show, and it's going to be a rather long Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show, as we're still about 42 minutes away from kickoff, according to the clock, and we still see some flashes out to our right here.
They're keeping the officials locked in the basement here.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260 Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Kelly Automotive Group is Indiana's #1 automotive group, with over 1,000 new vehicles and 500 pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Please visit drivekelly.com. Simple, transparent, and reliable. Acme Bar and Grill is currently located at 1105 East State Boulevard, Fort Wayne. Order your favorite pizza, pasta, salad, and more with all just with the click of a button. That's Acme Bar and Grill. They accept orders online for pickup as well. Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Meal to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete ceiling, deck, and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete as well. The world is waiting for you to make a difference in a way that only you can. Discover your strengths at Indiana Wesleyan University's residential campus in Marion, Indiana. Visit indwes.edu. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They will help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services like brakes, wheel alignments, engine diagnostics, and more. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Al Azteca Mexican Restaurant has been serving consistent food since 1973. The recipes use only the best fresh ingredients family-owned. They pride themselves on great service. For more information, go to alalistecarestaurant.com. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning is dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. You can count on Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning to provide you with a system and solution that fits your unique needs. Well, the clock continues to tick down, and we're at 39 minutes and 45 seconds before the opening kick. We've had no change in the clock since it was reset at 7:30. Obviously a 7 o'clock game, according to the original schedule. Late this afternoon, all the SAC games were pushed back to 8 o'clock. In fact, that decision was made around 4 o'clock or so. And then Northrop and Lourdes decided to go to 8:30, and now all the games in the SAC will kick at 8:30 as the hard rain has moved off. Keep our fingers crossed that lightning will not be around here. Boy, we had a good lightning storm around 5:30 or so. I got into the Spooler Stadium parking lot, just sat there in the car, and bang, bang, bang. There was one bolt that was rather too close to call. I felt like Jim Cantore. I went on my Facebook. I went on Facebook Live on my Facebook page, and it's like, whoa, you know, it's like, hi, Jim Cantore here.
Dave and I actually experienced a lightning strike. It was, I don't know, maybe about 40 yards from us one time while we were at work, and it blew the bark completely off a tree.
It's, that's God's way of saying move.
That you are 100% correct, my friend. I wanted to say one thing, Jim. I want to thank all of our sponsors this season again. They do a wonderful job of helping us promote our local athletes here, not just in football, also basketball, as well as volleyball. We will be doing wrestling. We've got hockey now coming up, and then we'll have baseball in the spring and many other things that we do, including I believe we do band as well here on Summit City Sports, so we want to thank all of them. That doesn't mean you have to go and buy a product from them, but if you happen to see one of the representatives or you would like to send them a letter thanking them for helping us promote our local athletes, we greatly appreciate it here on SummitCitySports.com. If you would like to become a sponsor here on Summit City Sports, please go to our website, find Jeff Mahoney's name, our boss, give him a quick email. He'll set up a quick meeting with you, and he will try to figure out what the best solution is for you to help out with promoting our local athletes. I hear we have a couple more sponsors coming on board here in the next couple weeks. We can't announce it yet, but we know we have some more coming. So it's very good. We like all these people that want to help us promote our athletes. I've talked to so many people lately, Jim, that have said, thank goodness for you guys. My parents in California can watch the game. Now, right now in California, it's only 5 o'clock. So,
yeah.
It's
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming up on 5 o'clock. But people overseas watch. I know when my son lived in Australia, he would watch the games all the way over there. Across the seas. So if you'd like to become a sponsor here on Summit City Sports and help us, please go to our website and email Jeff Mahoney.
More lightning flashes over here to our right.
Be quiet.
Let's see now. West is out that way in front of us here.
Yep.
So we're on the east side of the stadium. That's north. Okay, so that's out to the north where we saw those flashes. Well, one thing we don't have to worry about, we don't have to worry about the sun shining in our face tonight here.
That's true.
Sometimes it's what's happened in the early part of the season. Why don't we step aside for this timeout, and we'll be back with more as we are still in a holding pattern here for tonight's Wayne Snider game. Back with more in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Well, welcome back. Spooler Stadium, the site here for our coverage of the Wayne Generals and the Snider Panthers. We're still a half hour away from kickoff. Again, 8:30 start at the earliest. The fans have not been allowed into the seating area because of the lightning. So that's why you see all the empty seats. We do have a few folks along the track here. But again, they're not allowing any spectators into the seating area. Now, Fremont at Churubusco in the Northeast Corner Conference, they're shooting for a 9 o'clock kickoff there. Jeff Lytle tweets that Dwenger at Concordia, the teams can't take the field until 8:15, so they're looking at about an 8:45 kick at Concordia. And that's at, there's another one. Oh, brother. Leo football. Now they're going to go for a 9 o'clock kick with the Leo Lions hosting Belmont. So, and again, Ryan, we should mention 9 o'clock is pretty much the drop-dead time for tonight as far as a game starting. We're not going to.
If you're north of here and east of here, the odds of you playing tonight are getting slimmer and slimmer by the minute, to be honest with you.
Well, in fact, over in Northwest Ohio, all the games of the Northwest Ohio Athletic League, the NWOAL, they scrubbed the entire league schedule tonight over there in Northwest Ohio. So, by the way, we do have a score. We do have a score in that big game in Adams County in the first quarter. South Adams leads Adams Central 7-0. Both teams 5-0 overall, 2-0.
Not so fast, my friend.
Uh-oh. We got an update?
Adams Central comes right back after a huge kickoff return that gave them excellent field position. Blake Hirely from a yard out to the extra point, no good. South Adams leads 7-6 now.
Okay.
Over Adams Central. That'd be of 1380's Brett Rump.
Yep, both teams are 5-0 overall, 2-0 in the conference. So obviously the winner will be in control of the ACAC. South Adams ranked number 3 this week in 1A. Adams Central number 2. Summit Athletic Conference standings. Obviously Homestead now controls their own destiny at 5-0 in first place. They're the last unbeaten team in the conference. Dwenger and Snider both at 4-1. Carroll and Northrop at 3-2. Concordia and Northside both at 2-3. Lourdes and Southside both at 1-4. And Wayne at 0-5. Dwenger winning last week over Carroll 10-3. That score really should not surprise you because Dwenger and Carroll are the top 2 defenses in the conference. Dwenger's only surrendered 32 points in 5 games. Carroll, what a tremendous improvement they've made on defense this season. They have only given up 38 points in their first 5 games.
Yeah, both of those teams are defense first and run the ball second. And it's evident in just the points they've given up the season. Carroll's really changed it on defense, to be quite honest with you. Last year, at times, they gave up big points. We saw that in the win by Snider against them in the sectional where they just absolutely blew them out after Carroll blew them out during the regular season. So Carroll's Doug Dinan team has vastly improved on defense this year. Dwenger, what can you say? That's typical Dwenger. Very good defense. They fly around to the ball. I think the one thing with Dwenger that we may see down the stretches, a lot of their guys are playing both ways right now, and we'll see how that affects them as they head down the stretch run here in the Summit Athletic Conference. Them and Snider, they're going to need help if they want to be back in this. Quite frankly, it's going to be very difficult, even if Carroll would beat Homestead next week. I believe that's the matchup. Am I correct? Next week?
Yes, Carroll's hosting Homestead.
And Snider plays who?
Snider plays at Northrop, right here.
Okay, so they're back here next week. So, it would even take some help even if Homestead would lose. They technically have 2-game lead on those two teams based on their head-to-head at this point. So Carroll can beat Homestead with that defense.
Well, the other action tonight around the Summit Athletic Conference, and everything is still on, delayed by about 90 minutes to 2 hours, but everything is still on. Nothing's been postponed. We got Carroll at Southside. Southside finally getting off the schneid last week, Ryan, with that 46-35 win over Wayne. They started the game with an onside kick.
Yeah, they Coach Norfleet had a game plan. They stuck to it. Congratulations to him getting that win this season against their rivals Wayne. We saw Southside. Their defense isn't that bad.
No, they're very good on defense, I think.
So probably Carroll and South could be the lowest scoring game of the night, quite frankly, if those two teams' defense show up and if South can hold down Becker, the quarterback from Carroll. So it looks like an interesting game, and that's going to be played on grass, so you never know what's going to happen with the ball this evening.
Yeah, with all that rain, it's on the stuff the cows eat, real grass.
That's right.
Carroll, of course, looking to bounce back after their loss to Dwenger last Friday night. Speaking of Dwenger, they're at Concordia tonight. Interesting matchup there. Concordia's been kind of as the late Al McGuire would have said, a kind of a Dow Jones team this year. They're up and down. And Dwenger coming off a big win last week. The Saints and Concordia doing battle tonight at Zoner.
Yeah, that should be an interesting game. Once again, that one's on grass, but that's Dwenger's former home field. They know how to play there. They probably are more familiar playing on grass than turf at this point with most of their players. So I don't foresee Dwenger having a whole lot of problems with my former school, the Mighty Cadets, tonight. You just never know in this weather, Jim. I mean, it's anybody's game. We thought a few years ago we went up and was it Lakeland and Concordia?
Right.
And we thought Lakeland potentially could win, and Concordia just beat the brakes off of them on that night, and it was rainy and cold. It was
one of those years where we had a lot of rain.
Yep.
Northrop plays at Lourdes tonight. A Bruin victory puts them at 4-2. It's been a while since that happened.
Yeah, and honestly, Northrop's going to probably end up with a winning season at this point. They've gotten through some of their tougher games. They still have Snider coming up. Was that next week? Did you say that was Snider Northrop next week?
It is Snider and Northrop next week.
And Northrop's got a good offense. They can get the ball around the field. Sometimes you don't know who the quarterback's going to be, but they're able to move the ball around the field a little bit here lately. And Lures, they're struggling right now. Last week they couldn't get much offense going till late in the game, and I believe Northrop's going to come away with a win and be a 4-2 at the end of the night if they play.
Yes, if they play. A lot of ifs right now around the area as we're still in a holding pattern here, now 25 minutes away from kickoff. One other game in the SAC tonight is at Chambers Field, the Northside Legends hosting Homestead. We saw the Legends last week defeat Lourdes in an exciting game, 19-14. Of course, Homestead now has to guard against the letdown after an emotional win last week over Snider. And boy, Homestead has just been clicking on all cylinders in the first half of the season. It's one thing to do that in the first half. Now the challenge for the Spartans is to keep it going. Yeah,
absolutely. And they're on grass again. Homestead hasn't played on grass for a while. But Northside's going to be without the services of Deuce Taylor. So
yes,
that's
a terrible injury.
His dad a little bit during the week this week, and he'll probably be out with that injury that he had in a game that he was just absolutely dominating, quite frankly, before he got hurt. But I don't foresee Homestead having much trouble this evening. I think Luke Goody and Hardwick and Griffin Little and Archibald. They'll have big nights tonight for Homestead, and could be a running clock situation maybe late in that game. So that's my prediction on that one, Jim.
All right, and now Dwenger's game with Concordia will kick at 9 o'clock, according to the Saints Twitter feed. They just posted it a minute ago. A start time for kickoff for Dwenger Saints football now at 9 o'clock. South Adams leads Adams Central 7-6. That game has moved to the second quarter in the big showdown in Adams County. And that's pretty much the only game on the out-of-town scoreboard right now. Lourdes Northrop now will kick off at 9 as well. So
here's some of the, we don't get to talk about the other conferences a whole lot because we only have 30 minutes, but tonight we've got a whole hour. You look at the other conferences around the area. The NE8, it's East Oval leading the conference right now at a perfect 5-0 mark overall, 3-0 in conference play, and they've, quite frankly, they're the odds-on favorite to win that conference. Columbia City at 4-1, along with DeKalb. DeKalb's had a good season, by the way. They can run the ball, they can throw the ball. They are also joined by Leo at 4-1, and those three teams all at 2-1 this season in conference play. Norwell at 3-2. Huntington North, a team that can score this year, at 2-3 overall, 1-2 in conference play. New Haven at 1-4, 1-2 in conference play, and bringing up the rear is Belmont at 0-3 in conference play, overall 0-5, and they're at Leo tonight.
all right, well, I just hit a wrong button and cleared off everything, so
well, way to go. How about the ACAC conference? You just mentioned it. Adams Central and South Adams both at 5-0, a perfect 2-0 in conference play. The Bluffton Tigers at 4-1, 2-1 in conference play. Woodland at 2-3 and 2-1 in conference play. Southern Wells at 1-4, 1-1 in conference. Heritage and Jay County both at 0-5 and 0-3. Jay County was a pretty solid team last year, and they've gone the other direction this season in the ACAC. So that's a look at two of the other conferences around here. And we talked a little bit before, Jim, about becoming a sponsor. Mm-hmm. If we can get the sponsorship, we're going to start covering the other conferences.
there you are.
Yeah, that
works.
I think we can do it. So any more updates there? Or
Nope. Country music fans, the Luke Bryan concert up in Michigan got postponed because of the weather. So that's part of his farm. I know he played around here, around the Fort Wayne area.
Yeah, over by Monroeville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously the weather back then was a lot better than the weather up in Michigan. So I guess you Luke Bryan fans who didn't get tickets, or I would imagine there's some folks around here that went up, try to go up there.
Sure. The kickoff now for Concordia and Bishop Dwenger confirmed at 9 p.m.
Okay, that's like we said earlier. That's pretty much the drop dead time for tonight because, we don't want kids out here at. Now they've stopped. They have stopped the game clock.
They have done that.
Yeah, it's going to be 8:55 start time.
We're now looking at an 8:55 start time.
Well, Jim, we'll take a look here at the area rushing leaders right now.
We got time.
Yeah, we do. Falk from Cherubusco, 101 carries on the season. He's already got 891 total yards, 12 touchdowns. Hardwick out at Homestead, 107 carries, 791 yards, and that will increase tonight for sure. Jaramello from Warsaw, 766 yards. Your buddy Wall.
Yes.
From
Peyton
Leo.
Place.
Peyton with 630 yards.
I don't think that Peyton yells Omaha though.
No, I don't think so either. Wes Nobles Pruitt at 555, and one of the area's better players, Bailey Parker, at 554 yards on the season, and Snider's very own Lenny Bennett, 522 yards on the season and 6 touchdowns. So a whole host of guys pushing 1,000 yards here as we get on the stretch into the season.
Well, we got an update from Adams County now. Early in the second quarter, Arnold to Somerset from 13 yards out. Touchdown South Adams, and the kick is good. And South Adams 14, Adams Central 6 early in the second quarter.
Arnold's a good quarterback. I saw him throw up at Michigan last year, and he could throw the ball around the yard a little bit, and he's a pretty good player up there at South Adams. Looking at the passing leaders here in Northeast Indiana, it is Luke Goody at Homestead, with 1,217 yards and 14 touchdowns. This is his line, Jim. Look at this. He's 84 for 134. No interceptions.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He's thrown 134 passes and nothing's been picked.
And I looked down here. His counterpart last week was John Barnes, 739 yards. He's 46 of 82. He's over 50%.
You know, I noticed looking at
and 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Getting stuff together for tonight, I noticed the Snider kids have been taking care of the ball this year too.
They have.
Yeah, you know, you don't turn the ball over, you got a pretty good chance to win.
Yep. And Bailey Parker right behind Luke Goody with 1,097 yards and 13 touchdown passes. Bolt, that's a great name for a football player at Columbia City, with 1,061 yards and 14 touchdown passes. Arnold, you just mentioned him.
Arnold.
He is 45 for 76 with 2 interceptions. He's over 1,000 yards now with that touchdown. And now he has 19 touchdowns on the season. So we've got some pretty good players around here. You know, Becker and Concordia's Davis and Lytle all in the top 10. So teams throwing the ball around a little bit and protecting the ball.
All right, well, again, for those of you just logging on, we are in a holding pattern here at Spooler Stadium in Fort Wayne as the Snider Panthers are scheduled to host the Wayne Generals tonight, week number 6 of our Summit Athletic League coverage here on SummitCitySports.com. But obviously, lightning in the area has delayed the start of this game now. We are looking at an 8:55 kickoff. This will be the third reschedule of the kickoff time tonight. Obviously, we were scheduled to start at 7, and then at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, all of the SAC games were delayed until 8. The weather is taking its time getting out of here, so eventually all the games were pushed back to 8:30, and now 9 o'clock is what we're looking at. And as we pointed out earlier, that's pretty much it as far as a start for tonight is concerned. I would imagine at this point, Ryan, the athletic officials and school officials are starting to make contingency plans perhaps for tomorrow if we don't get going here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I would imagine that. So I was here, my son was a senior some 5 years ago when they played Carroll, and they actually got that game started. It had a lightning delay. They got the kids back on the field, and this was, pushing about the time we're at right now. And there was another lightning bolt, and they decided to go ahead and cancel because there was more weather incoming. And Zimbo and the athletic director at Carroll, Ginder, they decided to push that game to the next day. I'm sure all of the area schools are, at this point, who are delayed, are in the same discussion that they're having here at Spooler Stadium. We will keep you updated on the weather here. Lightning's kind of pushed off to our north here. We've got the kickoff on the screen for you, so if you wanted to get a chance to run out and grab a pizza or go over to Alisteca or head over to the Acme Bar and Grill, you would have a little bit of time if you're in that area over there to grab something to eat and get back here and watch us here on Summit City Sports.
Some people are wondering, old school people, wow, that lightning's long away. Why don't they just go ahead and play? Doesn't work like that anymore. When there's lightning in the area, you can't play. It's as simple as that. I remember, oh my goodness, more to the north.
Be quiet.
Well, it was Lee Trevino and 2 other golfers who got hit by lightning one time in the 70s, and that's when the PGA Tour tightened up their lightning procedures. I know, watching the golf.
Somebody got struck this year.
Yes,
a spectator.
that's right. It was, of course, they had cleared the course. They officially had cleared the course, and that spectator was somewhere that spectator should not have been at. But, in those professional golf tournaments when there's lightning in the area, they bring everybody in and get people off the course. And a golf course is not a good place to be when there's, oh, come on, one more hole. No, we're going to the clubhouse.
It's not Caddyshack, is it?
This is not the greatest round of my life. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we, can we take another break here?
Sure, just one quick thing before we go to break here. Tomorrow, if you're interested in more football, we'll have that for you as the University of St. Francis will play St. Ambrose tomorrow. That's a 12 o'clock kickoff. It is homecoming, so if you're deciding to go to Darcy Stadium and watch the Cougars play tomorrow, make sure you get there early. The number 3 Cougars, they go for their 4th consecutive NAA top 25 finish on the season. So that would be, I think, the second best in the coaches' poll indicated it was released on Tuesday that's the second best record they would have in the conference. So get out, watch the Cougars. They're outstanding. Their defense, Jim, fast.
Yes.
Very fast. They have some injuries. You're going to see some different players on the field tomorrow. My son actually is going to play tomorrow for him, so that's awesome. Congratulations to Zenden. Other than today, he said he caught a pass, looked at his finger, and it looked like an L.
Oh, great.
So he had a dislocated finger. So get out tomorrow, watch the Cougars play. If you can't, tune in. Watch it at home, enjoy some beverages, and help the Cougars win the game tomorrow. And then if you're interested in soccer, at 7 o'clock in the evening live from Darcy Stadium, it'll be the Cougars women's soccer team. They will take on Spring Harbor. So a little team from Michigan will come down and take on the mighty, mighty Lady Cougars. All right, we're ready for
hopefully
a break.
They don't get stuck in the construction in Steuben County, but that's another subject. We're going to step aside for a little bit. We're still in a holding pattern as we will await whether or not we'll be able to play tonight with Snider hosting Wayne. Back with more in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college experience for grades 1 through 12. It's June 8th through June 11th at Trine University.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Parkview Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to Spooler Stadium in Fort Wayne. The scoreboard clock continues to tick down towards the start of tonight's game between the Snider Panthers and the Wayne Generals. We were originally scheduled to start at 7, and then it was pushed to 8, and then 8:30, and now close to 9 o'clock as, let's see.
You know, for once, Brett Rump's going to make it to the postgame show before all the games are over. So I'm sure he's probably going to notify the IHSAA to go ahead and can we make all the games at 9 and only my game at 8 o'clock? So I'm sure he would be perfectly happy with that.
Well, there's a real mess up in Michigan because if you've been watching the news, we've had some Eastern equine encephalitis concerns.
And they got to play the games at 5 o'clock.
And because the health departments have been urging the athletic officials and schools to move the start times back into because they don't want people out during the evening hours and be a risk for a mosquito bite. So some games have been pushed back to 5 o'clock. So it's just been a real mess. Now I see two of the officials are down here below us here.
They sure are.
Well, that's a good sign. They're
checking the footballs. Was Tom Brady here?
They are checking the footballs. That's a good sign that we have finally seen some game personnel out here on the field. And we're still about 35 minutes away. It does not look like they are letting people into the bleachers just yet. We do have a handful of folks standing around on the track below us. The grandstands on the far side are empty.
And it's homecoming here tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to go ahead and try to do that one tonight. It'll probably have to be a very abbreviated.
So we're still about 35 minutes away. South Adams was leading Adams Central 14-6 in the second quarter. That's the only out-of-town score we have. Everybody else that is still hoping to play is delayed tonight. There have been some. What's that? Okay. All right. In the Northeast Corner Conference, 3 games we know of were postponed to tomorrow afternoon. Angola at Fairfield postponed until 4 o'clock. Central Noble at Lakeland postponed until 5. East Side of Prairie Heights also postponed until 5 o'clock. Fremont at Cherubusco, last word, they're going to try and kick at 9 o'clock. And the officials, the two of them, were now heading back to their locker room here after examining the game balls. Uh-oh. That's just somebody pulled the fire alarm here.
All right. That's a little bit loud. We're going to turn down the mic right here.
That's what else can happen?
Yeah, no doubt. Dave, what are you doing over there?
It wasn't my fault.
Are they? They canceling the game? Well, how about Jim? I put us on a 6-minute break here.
Let's do that.
And then I'm going to go down and we'll get a word with the athletic director. I will, and then I will come back.
All right.
And then we will update you on what's going on here at Spooler Stadium. With that, we'll take a break. We'll be back in about 7 minutes. You're watching high school, the pregame show, Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show here live from Spooler Stadium.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com. Request your virtual quote and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Spooler Stadium is the site. Jim Measle here, along with Ryan Dellinger and Dave Peterson. And we have the best sight we have seen all night long since we got here in the middle of a thunderstorm at 5:30. We have football players in the field, and it looks like we're going to get this game underway, or try to, at around 9 o'clock as the Snider Panthers host the Wayne Generals. Game was originally scheduled to start at 7. But late this afternoon, around 4 o'clock, all of the SAC games were delayed until 8. And then we went to an 8:30 start as there was still lightning in the area. Then it was pushed back to 9, and it looks like now we will get this game underway at 9 o'clock. We have players on the field warming up. We have the officiating crew down here to our left on this side of the field talking things over. And by the looks of things, we will get this game going in about another 25, 26 minutes or so. Updating the out-of-town scoreboard in the second quarter, South Adams leads Adams Central now 21-6 in the big showdown game in Adams County. Again, both teams are 5-0 overall and 2-0 in conference play. And two teams ranked among the elite in Class 1A in the state of Indiana. South Adams number 3, Adams Central number 2. And East Noble and Norwell, they are now underway. East Noble, the number 5 team in the state in Class 4A, and the Knights have taken a 7-0 lead over Norwell. East Noble looking to go to 6-0 on the season. They are 3-0 in conference play. We have another game that has thrown in the towel for tonight in Garrett. There'll be no football tonight in Big Train Country. West Noble at Garrett. That game's been postponed now to 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The Chargers of West Noble having a terrific season, 5-0 overall, 2-0 in conference play, and they're ranked number 12 in the state in Class 3A.
Well, the official word from down below is we're going to play tonight.
Yeah, I kind of had that feeling when the teams came out, and the teams have been warming up now for about the last 5 minutes, and we just seem to have this fire alarm out here that just does not want to reset properly. It's been going off now for about the last 10 minutes. Now it stopped. All right, we're...
No. You spoke too soon.
I don't know what the issue is with the fire alarm here, but hopefully whoever is in charge of that will get things fixed as we await tonight's game between the Wayne Generals and the Snider Panthers, now 24 minutes away from kickoff, as we'll be starting at 9 o'clock, which is pretty much the drop-dead time for tonight as far as action tonight is concerned. And you got the word downstairs there, Ryan, that we're going to play tonight.
Yep, Mr. Hissong, the principal at Snider, confirmed with me that this game will play pretty much no matter what. So this game will play tonight here on homecoming at Spooler Stadium. So good for us.
Yes. Well, I would imagine homecoming plays a big factor in that decision.
Yeah, they probably have I bet they had a lot of pageantry for tonight. I'm going to also assume that we are going to have a very short halftime. Is going to be my guess. Yeah. Because they know your bedtime is at 10:54, so they're going to try to get it in quick for you.
Well, it's a little bit later tonight because this is my weekend off of the radio station.
Oh, boy.
But I do have a 1 o'clock game in Hillsdale tomorrow. We still see flashes of lightning off to the north, but that apparently is far enough away to allow us to play. If it gets to within a certain distance of our facility here, then they have to stop play. A lot of schools have this device that tracks lightning, which is, I think you can get at your store if you really want to get that kind of, if it comes in handy. And you're looking at the radar right now. We do see
anything north of Kendallville, you will not play tonight.
Yeah, but around Allen County, it looks okay. Maybe a little rain around Huntertown, over towards the northeast part of the county. A thunderstorm right now going, looks like through Auburn, but there's a pretty active system north of Kendallville. And there's still some storms to our north and northwest. And hopefully that stuff will track into Michigan. And it looks like it will, according to the radar. It looks like overnight we're going to get hit again, but hopefully we'll be done.
About around 1 or 2 in the morning, some more thunderstorms will track through the northeast Indiana area. So hopefully it'll hold off. We'll get our game in, and you'll get your game tomorrow. I'll get my game with St. Francis, and it'll be a wonderful weekend. It's going to warm up again here.
Well, you know, these teams that have to come back and play tomorrow now, that just kind of messes up their week 4 and their preparations for the following week.
Yep,
because they lose
recovery.
one day. Yeah, the recovery.
Yep, you could lose your recovery as well. So both coaches probably very happy they'll play this evening.
Well, the temperature right now, with the storms moving through, the temperature is down to 67 degrees, but the rain has stopped. That's the main thing. The rain has
zero
stopped.
Rain.
And it looks like we'll be in the mid-60s for the rest of tonight, and no real big cool down in the extended forecast through next week. Again, the Snider Panthers come in at 4-1. They have scored 190 points this season, have surrendered 83. Wayne at 0-5. They have scored 108 points, and they have surrendered 200 points. The big problem, go ahead, Brian.
I don't know if you had this, but Northrop and Bishop Luers has canceled the game for this evening.
Really?
And they will move to 7 p.m. tomorrow. So Luers and Northrop at Bishop Luers has been postponed until tomorrow at 7 p.m. That game will be played out at
Luers Field.
So that is one of the SAC games that has decided to bag it for this evening. And they're about almost a halftime in the Adams Central game, Jim.
That's amazing because that's on the south side of Fort Wayne, Luers High School, and the South Adams Central game is not too far away. Yet, except for a brief delay, I really don't think there's been a major weather issue tonight at Adams Central. But Luers and Northrop, that game at Luers Field now will kick off at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and that's our first cancellation in the Summit Athletic Conference. New Haven Bulldogs just tweeted they are currently looking at a 9 p.m. start. If delays continue, we will delay until a 10 p.m. kickoff.
Wow.
10 p.m. If delays place the kickoff past 10 o'clock, the game will be postponed to tomorrow at 7 p.m. That's the latest word from New Haven.
The New Haven people like to party a little later than the Fort Wayne people. They're going to stay up late if they have to get that game in.
Well, as they say at some racetracks I've worked at, we've got lights.
That's right. That is right.
All right, we continue to count down the kickoff here, now 19 minutes away, as we intend to play here tonight, come heck or high water, it sounds like.
Yep, absolutely. I'll tell you what, next week, Jim, here on Summit City Sports, we've got a lot of volleyball. We're coming to the home stretch in the area here, as we'll have numerous volleyball matches. We will be stationed next week, me and Big Dave over there. We're going to be stationed out of Carroll. We're going to be there for 3 matches next week. I would advise you, to, if you get a chance, to watch some of the local volleyball teams we had here. Last night, Dave and I had probably the most exciting volleyball match I've probably had in the 3 years of doing it, as Belmont went on the road and or at home lost to Leo in 5 sets. And we got a chance to take a look at Brooke Smith. She'll be heading off to Louisville next year to play. And there was at one point in the game that she spiked the ball and a girl got her hand up for self-preservation.
Don't hit me.
Yes, exactly. She got a hand up, blocked the ball, and she lived to fight another day. But in the end, it was Brooke Smith with a monster spike to end the match, as she hit it basically straight down. She is one of the area's top players. So if you get a chance to watch our local high school teams here on Summit City Sports play volleyball, Carroll, Bishop DeWinger's outstanding. Along with Homestead, they're very good. Concordia, Belmont, Heritage is good this year as well. So Angola.
Yes.
Angola, one of the area's top team. Loy Ball has himself a special team up there. Lots of seniors. And when the postseason hits, guess where we'll be? In Angola.
Oh, wonderful.
The group of death, as they say in the World Cup, belongs in Angola, because you have Concordia, you have Bishop DeWinger, you have Leo, you have Angola, and Garrett. So
that is the group of death.
That is the group of death.
Of course, Loy Ball, former star volleyball player at IPFW, and good bloodlines there. His dad, a longtime coach, and he's
an Olympian, 3-time gold medalist.
That's right. And he's done a fabulous job with that volleyball program in Angola. A senior Leighton team, 11 on the roster. So they're looking for big things come tournament time. And speaking of tournament time, the sectional draw for football is not that far away, October 13th. So that's 2 weeks from Sunday.
The only thing I have to say is Snider, Carroll, or Homestead, who's going to Noblesville? Because there is a 0% chance that Noblesville's coming to Fort Wayne as they come into that sectional for the first time. There's a lot of confusion early on who was going to be in that sectional, to be honest with you. They had Snider back down in 5, which would have put him in with DeWanger, and then they bumped him back to 6, which made him redo those sectionals. And Noblesville, the lucky or unlucky recipient of coming into that sectional. Looks like you got more updates.
We're just confirming Bishop Lours just tweeted what we just mentioned. So, unfortunately, Lours will have to play that game with Northrop tomorrow night.
Wow,
and
South Adams
21-6.
28-6.
28-6 now. Wow, yep. They're pulling away.
It was Arnold Warner from 22 yards out.
So and that's at Adams Central. That's even more impressive.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about the sectionals, and you mentioned Noblesville. They're in Snider, Homestead, Noblesville, and Carroll, sectional number 3 and 6A and 5A. We have in sectional number 11, you got Dwenger, Northside, Northrop, and Goshen. In 4A, that's an 8-team sectional. In sectional 20, Delta, Southside, Wayne, Huntington North, Jay County, Marion, Mississauga, and New Haven. In sectional 27 and 3A, Concordia is in that sectional with Belmont, Heritage, Maconaquah, Northwestern, Norwell, Oak Hill, and Peru. In 2A, sectional 35, Lours is in there with Bluffton, Central Noble, Eastside, Fairfield, Prairie Heights, Whitco, and Woodland.
We got a couple more games. I don't even know if you have this on your list tonight, but Tippecanoe Valley, Tippy Valley, their game tomorrow, or their game today is going to be postponed until further notice. So they have not put a date on that one yet. We have another one as well, Prairie Heights. They have canceled their game this evening with Eastside, and they've moved it to tomorrow at 5. I think you might have had that one.
Yes.
And I think that's just about it on the updates here. They're coming in pretty fast. So.
All right, Leo just canceled.
Did they?
Leo has canceled their game for tonight with Belmont, but they don't list a makeup time on.
That Prairie Heights game is now 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, so
all right, so the Busco Eagles.
They're supposed to kick at 9 with the Eagles will win that game, by the way. It's Fremont and Cherubusco.
That's right. I was reading something different there.
Somebody's having problems with the stadium lighting.
Here?
No, that's I can't tell. That's in Indiana. All right, we're about 13 minutes away from the start of tonight's game.
Whitco's game also canceled tonight. Tentatively scheduled for a 10 a.m. start tomorrow morning.
Set the alarm clock.
Yes, sir.
I have starters but not positions.
Okay. Well,
we'll take a quick break. How about that, Jim?
Let's take another break here as we're scrambling to fill up a time. We've been on for like an hour. I should get combat pay for this tonight.
That is correct. All right, we'll take a quick timeout here at Spooler Stadium.
All right, thank you.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walk-in clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves, and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, We're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back, everybody, and we're just a few minutes away. Thanks for hanging in there as the Wayne Generals take on the Snider Panthers. It's been a tough season for the Generals so far at 0-5, but they're having a couple of fine individual performances so far this season for the Generals. Ryan, Keyshawn Fields has been terrific on both sides of the ball, and also he wears number 9, and a young man also to watch out for who wears number 45, Reggie Blackman, on defense for the Generals.
Yeah, Reggie Blackman leads the area in sacks with 7, so he knows how to get to the quarterback. Does that young man. And Fields, he loves to run the ball. He can run around you, through you, over you, however he needs to get by you. That young man does a great job of getting some big yards, tough yards. I think we're going to have our national anthem.
All right, we're going to pause and honor our country here at Spiller Stadium.
May have caused our national anthem to have a short break here. Jim, if we could get the guy that we had yesterday at Belmont to come sing the national anthem.
Here we go. Some technical issues with the playing of the anthem, and so it sounded like the Snider student body
took over,
and everybody joined in, and it was they made lemonade out of a lemon there.
They sure did. They did a good job. I'll tell you, last night I was just saying, wish we would have had the gentleman we had last night at Belmont. That guy could really sing. That was you.
Defense for the Wayne Generals.
All right, we mentioned those two young men for Wayne on defense. Again, watch number 45, Reggie Blackman, and number 9, Keyshawn Fields. Meanwhile, some fine offensive numbers for the Snider Panthers. Of course, quarterback by John Barnes. He's thrown 10 touchdown passes this season. Lenny Bennett, he is having a fabulous year in the backfield. He has scored 6 touchdowns. So that's Snider's version of the killer bees right there, Barnes and Bennett.
Yeah, and they do a really good job. John Barnes, no interceptions on the season, so he's protecting the ball pretty well. I'll tell you, if you're a college recruiter, that's the things you kind of look at. A guy that knows the offense, knows when to get rid of the ball. He doesn't really force it into into spots he doesn't need to. Last year he ascended to being the head quarterback when there's some issues with another quarterback in the program, so they went to the one quarterback system. The senior took over, and he has not looked back. He has not disappointed. If they're going to go deep into the state tournament, they're going to need everything they can get from John Barnes. But on defense, they got Janini Bellows there. He's the rock over there on that side.
Well, they got to block him. That's all there is to it. You got to get ahead on that guy.
If you don't get a block on Bellows there, he will knock you over and destroy your quarterback. So it would be a good idea. He's now getting looks from many schools to play at the next level. So look for that name on the Snider defense.
All right, this has been the Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show. It may be the longest Parkview Sports Medicine pregame show we've ever had, almost an hour and 20 minutes. Once again, at Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. We serve every level of athlete with our integrated sports medicine team, including the region's only specialized athletic rehab facility. Learn more about our services by logging on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. You know, it's really
more updates for you, Jim.
All right, go ahead.
Concordia and Bishop DeWenger have now moved their game all the way to 8:45.
You mean,
or 9:45?
9:45.
Looks like we are in another lightning delay at Southside. That game,
they never got started.
I think that game is potentially could get canceled. Would be my guess.
That's the reason I was thinking why the Lures game with Northrop got scrubbed, because we had a tremendous amount of rain here.
That's correct. We did in a short period of time.
And Lures' field may be in a situation, and this is just speculation on my part. It's not official, but that field took an awful lot of water, and maybe it's just not suitable for playing tonight.
That's correct. Bluffton leads Southern Wells, at halftime. 27-0. So the Tigers looking to move to 5-1 on the season. Looking to see if there's any more updates from any of the other games. And let me try and refresh one more time. And New Haven has now moved their game time up to 8:30. So they were late, thinking about almost 10 o'clock. And the weather has obviously moved out of that area over there, and they are just about ready to get going there. 8:30, we're past that.
Yeah.
It must be a while ago. So I think that is a late start now. What did we say it was before that? I think they were talking about almost 10 o'clock.
10 p.m. tonight.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here come the Snider Panthers in their black jerseys with the yellow numerals. And they're looking to bounce back after that loss to Homestead last Friday. And they probably got some guys on defense chomping out the bit because, again, as we mentioned earlier, that Snider defense got gashed last Friday night against the Spartans.
It sure did. And I know Coach Tippmann and the entire staff probably took a good look at the film. There might actually maybe be some changes on defense tonight. We don't know that for certain, but some guys might get some playing time because of the way the defense didn't play very well last week against Homestead. But take nothing away from Homestead, they have a very good offense. So that was a tough one for them. And I know Snider wants to bounce back tonight. One other game that has been moved till tomorrow. I don't even think you have this on there, but the Wabash Apaches and Northfield have moved their game to tomorrow.
Okay.
And the start time is TBA right now for that one. So we're going to have Saturday football all around the area, it looks like, with all of the storms that have moved through.
Man, there are some athletic directors and other school officials who are earning their money tonight around Northeast Indiana with all these postponements and rescheduling of games.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we have here's more updates now. DeKalb leads 6-0 over Huntington North. And we mentioned it about 10 minutes ago about the Southside game. It has been canceled.
Okay.
So Southside game against Carroll, Southside and Carroll has moved to tomorrow. That game will play at 4 p.m. between South and Carroll. So another game postponed and moved to tomorrow. In the conference. Couple SAC games now on Saturday. And I'll refresh one more time. And that's it. We're ready for football here at Spooler Stadium.
All right, and as I said, it's turned into a delightful night. This is beautiful football weather now. The big change from big change from about 3.5, 4 hours ago.
Sure was.
It has really cooled off.
Wonderful.
And I'm glad now our windbreaker. It's 67 degrees as we speak in the Summit City at 9 o'clock. And we are getting set to go.
Would you like me to open this window more for you so you can see?
That'd be fine.
Just watch that right there, and you open it as far as you can get it, Jim. And we don't take that out of there and set it right down on the table.
All right.
And we'll open this thing completely up. There we go. We're ready to go. How about Jim? Well, we can't move. I would have switched with you, but the laptop's right here, and we are just about ready to go. Good crowd on.
Yes.
Many people have waited it out, and they're here on the Snider side. It's homecoming, so we knew there would be a fairly large contingent of Snider Panthers here tonight.
We're getting ready to get this game going here. The Wayne Generals on the far side in their road white jerseys with the Columbia numerals, Columbia blue numerals, and Columbia blue pants. Same color for the helmet. One thing the Generals have to do tonight, two things I think. They got to get off to a good start. And secondly, like I said, a lot of first-year players this year, and they've had some issues taking care of the football.
Yeah, they have, and you can't give Snider any extra possessions, and Wayne will have to take care of the rock tonight. Now I have this is the official moved games now to tomorrow thus far. This is per ESPN 1380. West Noble will be at Garrett.
All right.
Tomorrow, Northrop at Lures, Prairie Heights at Eastside. Leo will play their game at Huntington North, and the Carroll Chargers will play tomorrow at 4 p.m. against Southside. Those other games, I don't have the times for us. I think you might have some of them, but those, as of right now, are the games that are moved to Saturday. So if you want football tomorrow night here on Summit City Sports, you're going to get some.
Yep. Again, the Lures Northrop game will kick tomorrow night at 7. The Southside game with Carroll will kick at 4. And I don't know why we have a delay now. I don't see any officials.
No officials. That's exactly what it is.
I hope they didn't go home.
And they left.
I really hope they didn't go home.
I told you they locked them in the basement.
We are ready to go here. It's past 9 o'clock. This game already is 2 hours late in getting started because of the weather.
Official time on the pregame show, 1 hour and 32 minutes, my friend. Who knew we could talk that long? You did.
Can't believe
still awake?
Yeah, I can't believe we just managed to fill 90 minutes there. And we may have to fill in a little bit more. Here we come.
Well, I see 3, 4, at least 4 officials have decided to venture out here. Just a 4-man crew. Wow. Nope, now 5th. And now the officials are talking to Kurt Tittman, Steve Zimbo, and Mr. Hissong, the principal of Snider. And I think we're actually going to get some football.
Boy, I'd be anxious for that opening kick here. Been waiting for a while. Starting to get a little bit late here.
And now the officials are going to go talk to Derek Moore of the Wayne Generals. And let's see what's going to happen, Jim. Looks like now they've got their captains ready to go.
We'll have the reenactment of the coin toss.
You know, the teams went off the field kind of abruptly there at one point during the warm-ups, and I don't know if they took them off because of that lightning meter. Now, all the high schools here have to have that, Jim. As a baseball coach here,
right.
We have one at Southside. So
it's a pretty awesome piece of equipment.
It is.
Captains meet at center field. Again, Wayne beat Snider last year, a huge win for the Generals. Last year was the dream season for Wayne as they went 9-3, a program that had been down for a while. Derek Moore and his staff did a tremendous job getting that team to that level last season. the law firm was a key part of that team. And I just go back to that playoff game with Dwenger when they lost to him by 1 point, which may have been one of the best high school football games ever in the city of Fort Wayne.
Officials must be handing out. Oh, I'm glad they are not looking to the west right now.
Yeah.
Because there was just lightning just to the west of the stadium over here, unless somebody's shooting off fireworks.
Wayne will get the football to start things off. As it looked like Snider deferred. They won the toss and decided to defer, so the Generals will get the ball first.
We'll take one last look here on Twitter and see if we can give you any updates here. East Noble 14-0 over Norwell.
I
think we had that one, didn't we?
Norwell's not bad. They're 3-2, but East Noble, they're really solid again this year. Luke Amstutz and company up there in Kendallville. The East Noble Knights on the road winning. And again, the big game in Adams County. Last we heard, South Adams 28-6 over Adams Central. They had a brief delay, but they're in the second quarter. We've had in the Summit Athletic Conference 2 games scrubbed until tomorrow. Northrop at Lourdes, Carroll at Southside. Concordia will be trying to kick at 9:45 against Dwenger. There's going to be some missed deadlines in the newspapers tomorrow morning. And I believe we're ready to play football. How about that?
Set East returns the Generals, number 20, Andre Beasley. And number 21, Ronald Elliott.
We are set to go. Trent Ryder ready to kick things off for the Snider Panthers. He's a 5'9", 150 junior. And folks, at 9:06, we kick off at Spooler Stadium. It's down to about the 8-yard line and up to the 15 to the 20.
Out.
And he's got a seam. Oh, boy, aggressive return out to the 40-yard line. And for Wayne, that was Ronald Elliott III, 5'10", 150-pound senior. He took it right up the gut.
Yeah, there was a big hole there for him. I thought he was going to get a lot more yards as they build a nice hole right there. And now it's time for the Wayne offense to get out here. Hopefully they can get Mr. Fields going here early.
He wears number 9. He's a 6'1", 187 senior. Has scored 7 touchdowns this season, averaging 5 yards a carry. He can also catch the ball, 4 receptions, 114 yards, and a score. First play from scrimmage following the big return on the opening kick. First down for the Generals at their own 39-yard line. Aiden Meek is the quarterback. He's a sophomore, wears number 18. And they have 3 receivers, 2 on the right. Running play. And out to the 42-yard line, some nifty moves, avoiding the loss there by Keyshawn Fields.
Yeah, big Janine Belzer thought he had him in the backfield, and he put a nice little spin move on him and was able to pick up 3 yards.
Spot the ball at the 42-yard line. We'll call it second down and 7 for the Wayne Generals. Just underway here at Spooler Stadium on a stormy night. Thanks for hanging in there. Fields off the right side is across the 45 and carries the guy with him to the 47, maybe the 48-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 1. I got a feeling Mr. Fields is going to get a lot of touches tonight.
Yeah, and they're able to get a good push on both sides right now. They're running away from, it looks like, Bella's there on those 2 plays because he was in the backfield, just they were the other direction.
They'll go with 3 receivers, 2 to this side, lined against the 49. Uh-oh, that play is stuffed up, and it's going to be a loss. Big defensive play by Snider as Fields is dropped for a loss by Isaiah Maxwell, 6', 190 sophomore. He had 17 tackles for the season entering tonight's game, and Wayne is forced to punt the ball, 4th and 4. Somebody forgot to block number 32, it looked like.
Yeah, that looked like the entire Snider defense just stepped around somebody and got into the backfield. And now you've got Derek and I believe Trying to see who the other young man, Jayshon Underwood back there to return.
Here's the punt. It's a short kick, and the Panthers want nothing to do with it. They get away from it, and it's going to be down by the Generals just inside of the 20-yard line. So the Snider Panthers score on offense for the first time tonight. Wayne with a 3-and-out despite the fine field position following the opening kick. And we have 10:05 to go in the first quarter. No score.
From their own 20-yard line.
Here comes John Barnes Jr. and company. Barnes wearing number 17. Lenny Bennett, number 1.
Not even sure I see Lenny Bennett out there.
Yeah. He's a receiver on the far side.
Who's on the far side? Oh, he's in the slot.
Yeah. In fact, they go with a naked backfield. Here's Barnes throwing, and he's got a man at the 24-yard line. Catch made, and Drew Sims is down immediately as he went to a knee. They pick up 4 yards from the play.
Just quick, easy out route. They let the inside receiver clear out that side of the field over there on the boundary, and just an easy pitch and catch for John Barnes.
Now they put Bennett in the backfield. You can't miss him with those shoes he's got. Barnes calls his own number, gets a first down with lots to spare, and look out. A foot race down the far side. Barnes inside the 25, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Barnes rips off a big one, 51 yards.
Barnes just put the ball in, took it out, got a good wall and a wedge over there, took it down the sideline for a big gainer for the Snider Panthers. And they're getting close to the red zone already.
First down at the Generals' 25-yard line. Barnes to the air on first down, has a man. It's caught. They got another first down. The reception made by
Dylan
Duff. So they're close to a first down. They're going to spot him at the 15, it looks like. So only 9 yards.
Can pretty much do anything here in this down and distance if you're the Panthers. You can go play action and throw a pass, or just simply go with the blast play.
Second and about a foot. They keep it on the ground, and Bennett's in trouble. And Bennett's going to be dropped for a loss.
Looks like about 3 yards.
This is going to be an interesting spot. They will put him down with a forward progress was stopped, and a fine defensive play by number 56. That is Mitchell, Caljon Mitchell, a junior, 5'8", 256 pounds. That's a 4, back to the 20. Well now.
Trotter now in the backfield for the Panthers. They'll stand behind John Barnes.
Ball is at the 20 on third down and 5. We'll see if Barnes calls his own number again. He's back to throw. He's got time. Over the middle it goes. Too high for a Centennial receiver at the 5-yard line, who was Alonzo Derrick. Fourth down.
Yeah, it looks like the Panthers going to try and field goal here.
This will be a 37-yard attempt. And attempting will be Trent Ryder. And the Panthers are hoping he's an easy Ryder here.
Yeah, for sure.
This will be a 36-yard attempt for Ryder. He's 3 of 5 on field goals this season, his longest 30 yards. And the kick is good. And Ryder has his longest field goal this season, 36 yards. Timeout, new score on the board with 8:21 to go in the first quarter. Snider on top, 3-0. Back in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level.
All right, update from Northside. They're going to shoot for a 950 kick in that game with Homestead. Here's the kickoff following the field goal, and another big kickoff for the Wayne Generals out across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
20 Beasley returns the kickoff.
That was Beasley, Andre Beasley, number 20, 5'10", 160 senior. And the Generals get very good field position once again, and again they start from across the 30 where they're going to put it down at, 36-yard line. They're kind of going back and forth there, and we weren't quite sure what they were doing there for a moment. First down for the Wayne Generals at their own 36, trailing 3-0. And on first down, they pass the ball or want to pass the ball. Meek has to keep it, skirts around the right end, and it's out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark him out. He got good yardage on first down, about 7 yards at the 44.
Meek was flushed out of there. A couple Panthers got in the backfield, but they didn't have outside contain. And he was able to get the edge was Meek, and a nice gain there for Wayne on first down.
He's a sophomore, 5'11", 170 pounds, listed as 5'11", 170. And now whistles before the snap, and they're resetting the play clock. 7:45 to go in the first quarter. It's Snider on top of Wayne, 3-0. Line the game's to 46, second down and 2 for the Wayne Generals. 3 receivers, 2 to this side. Meek waits for the snap, has it, hands it off, Fields, drop.
Nothing there.
A loss of 1. And guess who made the tackle?
Yes, it's 92.
Got a feeling 92 might get retired sometime in the future. What do you think?
Yeah, he's in a long line of excellent interior defensemen for the Panthers. Him and Lawrence Johnson, Weston Painter, all very good players for the Panthers.
3rd and 3 now. Line the game for the Generals is the 46. They go with 3 receivers to the right. Meek fires, and he has a man for a first down. He just kind of sat down in that zone. The ball comes out. And a big scramble at the 50-yard line. The Panthers say they have it. Waiting for the officials' call here. And it says, they still say Wayne football.
And they may have even, he looked like he was almost down, so.
Generals pick up first down. Fumble recovered by the Generals. First and 10 Generals from their own 49-yard line.
Don't know who got the fumble recovery, but they have a first down to the Generals at their own 49-yard line. Snider on top, 3-0. Bit of a high snap on back to Meek, and his pass here in the left flat is incomplete. Intended for Ronald Elliott III.
Ball just simply went right through his hands. A little check down play there by Meek.
6:38 to go here in the first quarter. Brand new turf here at Spooler Stadium. On a lot of improvements up here in the press box as well. Brand new tables, new windows. A running play across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Fields a little bit upset that his footing gave out. He got a couple of yards. He's already carried the ball 5 times.
Snider going to already run in some fresh legs here in a passing down situation and bring in a couple more defensive backs.
Line the gain is the 41 for Wayne. 3rd down and 8 for the Generals. They go with 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Meek play action, throws, and it's incomplete. That brings up 4th down for the Generals, 4th and 8. And they will have to punt the ball away. And they'll try and pin the Panthers deep in their own territory. Alonzo Derrick, number 12, going back for Snider. And also back there, Jay-Sean Underwood, a couple of seniors.
And you see those two backs back there for Snider. They both just moved up. They were down around the 20, and both of them moved up to about the 25 after that last punt. High snap.
Look out. The punt is away towards this near side. And a bounce that goes Snider's way, and the ball is down by the Generals at the 25. So the Panthers go on offense for the second time tonight. They lead 3-0 with 5:53 to go in the first quarter. Yes, we're playing football at 9:19. We started just after 9 o'clock, 2 hours late because of the weather, but we are playing, unlike some other locations in Northeast Indiana tonight. 2 games already postponed in the Summit Athletic Conference. Lower's hosting Northrop. They'll play tomorrow at 7. Carroll at Southside was postponed until 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a crossing pattern there by Derek as he came across, and the ball was right on target. He just simply dropped it as Wayne stays in that 5-2 defense that they're running there, similar to what the Snider Panthers run.
So that brings up 2nd down and 10 now for Snider at their own 26-yard line, although the down box says 1. They got to change that. Here's a running play, and there's an opening off the left side.
He might have the first down.
Yeah, Lenny may have gotten enough for the first down. He got 10 yards, and the guy in the white hat says, first down.
They ran right behind, I believe, big old nasty Randy Holtz, number 77.
Yeah,
he's got his own zip code there where he's stationed on that right side right now.
Well, he's so big, the scale groans when he steps on it. He's 350 pounds. First down for Snider at their own 36-yard line, leading 3-0. Bit of a high snap back to the quarterback. It's Bennett again, and he manages to get up to the 41-yard line after a gain of 5. Brought down by number 22, Cameron Webb, a 6'1", 175 senior linebacker.
Same play, same result. Now they'll move Holtz over to the wide side of the field there as Snider showing some heavy offensive line presence here early.
Slot left on 2nd and 5. And it's Bennett not getting the handoff. Barnes kept it, called his own number, and again skirts off the left side.
We have a flag on the field. It's going to be a hold on the Panthers.
That's our first penalty of the ball game. It's going to wipe out a nice gain for quarterback John Barnes Jr. That stops the clock with 4:46 to go in the first quarter.
So it's basically almost going to be right where it was from, Jim, because it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and it's almost going to be we're just going to do a do-over. Maybe even they picked up 1 yard.
Yep. That's our first penalty of the night. So it's still 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. Barnes ripped off a 51-yard gain on Snider's first possession, which set up the Panther field goal. 2nd and 5. Play action. Barnes throws short. It's caught, but they're short of the first down at the 45-yard line. Nice job by the Wayne defense as the reception was made by Carter Wortman. 57 for Wayne. That'd be Micah Nunn was among the tacklers. 3rd down, and we'll call it 1 for the Panthers. 3rd and 1 from the 46.
Jeez. What a push by Randy Holtz.
And it looks like the Panthers have enough for the first down as they keep it on the ground. Bennett getting 2 very hard yards right there. First down for Snider, their 3rd.
Saw Randy Holtz just basically move his guy about 7 yards down the field.
3:52 to go in the first quarter. Snider with the football, leading 3-0. 1st and 10 from the Panther 48. Barnes in some trouble, has to scramble, and he'll get positive
there's
yardage.
There's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, definitely. Right in front of us here as Barnes stepped out of bounds at the Wayne 46-yard line.
I believe that it's going to be on number 9 for the Panthers. That'll be on Dominic Johnson. I don't know whether they call that a crackback block or what they call it, but can't even do that in college or the NFL anymore.
So they'll mark it off in the spot of infraction, which was about the 46-yard line of Wayne. That stops the clock with 3:41 to go in the first quarter. Snider leading 3-0. Personal foul. Yep. And that's a big one. That's the 15-yard variety.
So it's like first down and 20.
It's at the 39. So it's, let's see here, 9 yards behind the line of the markers. So it's first and 19. And here is Barnes throwing, and it is a diving catch at the Wayne 48-yard line. There's Dylan Duff. The basketball player continues to do well in the football field. Got about 13 yards on that play.
Picked that one right off the turf.
His second catch of the night. Ball is in Wayne territory now at the Generals' 48-yard line. It's second down and 6. Here's a running play off the right side. Bennett is stacked up and dropped at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Might have gave him 1 yard on that, barely.
And there's the young man we talked about in the pregame, Reggie Blackman. Outstanding senior defensive end, 29 tackles, 12 solos, 9.5 tackles for loss, 7 sacks this season. Line the gain is the Wayne 42, third down and 6. A running play for Bennett. He's got the first down.
Wow.
What a move.
What a run by Lenny Bennett.
My goodness.
Well, I was just saying we watched John Reagan's run. That was just like it right there. Bennett comes to the right, puts his foot in the turf, comes back to the left, and then runs completely over a Wayne player en route to the first down. What a run by Lenny Bennett.
That could be top 10 consideration.
Absolutely.
First down at the Wayne 29. Here's a pass over the middle, caught down to the 10-yard line. The reception made by Carter Wortman as Barnes threw that one right on the button.
Right down the seam on that play. Now the Panthers first and goal with 2 minutes to play here in our first quarter.
This drive started at the Snider 24. They're up to the Wayne 10-yard line. First down and goal. Bennett, he's to the 5. Bennett is stacked up at the 4 after a 6-yard gain. 38 yards for Bennett now on 7 carries. As we are down to a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Snider on top 3-0, looking to extend their lead. Second and goal from the 4. Slot left formation. Barnes number 17. Bennett right behind him. Bennett's got the ball. Bennett into the end zone. Give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Snider. Lenny Bennett gets his 7th rushing touchdown of the season from 4 yards out.
Number 54, Jacob Burton.
That comes with 1:12 to go in the first quarter. Ryder on the tack on the extra point. Snider 2 possessions and 2 scores. Ryder earlier hit a 36-yard field goal, his longest field goal of the season. Look out. Some issues on the snap, but the kick is good. And a new score on the board with 1:12 left in the first quarter. Snider 10, Wayne nothing. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
Welcome back to Spiller Stadium, everybody. It is 10-0 favor Snider over Wayne, and we get word that Concordia and Dwenger are now warming up. That's good to hear. So they'll be getting underway here shortly. The kick comes down and brought down to the 25-yard line is Ronald Elliott III. So that's where Wayne will start. 1st and 10, trailing now 10-0. 35-14, South Adams leads Adams Central in the fourth quarter. And now we get word that the Fremont-Cherubusco game has been postponed until 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So everything in the Northeast Corner Conference for tonight postponed until tomorrow. Weather wiping out the whole slate of games in the Northeast Corner Conference, the whole thing. First down for Wayne at their own 26. 10-0 favors Snider. Running play, Fields, can he get the corner? And he drags a couple of guys with him. Out of bounds, hard running by Keyshawn Fields as he picks up 7 yards.
And he has a bruising run just like Bennett.
That's his 6th carry already for 14 yards tonight. And we have under a minute to go now in the first quarter, 58 seconds to be exact. 2nd down and 3 for the Wayne Generals at their own 33-yard line. Snider looking to avenge a 21-7 win for the Generals over the Panthers last year. They're going to get a first down. Wayne showing at times that they're not an 0-5 team. Fields getting 7 yards and another first down.
And he ran right out of his shoe.
It's got to be the shoes.
Yeah, it has to be. Probably this might be our last play here in the first quarter. We got 40 seconds. We'll see where they snap the ball.
About 20-second differential between the game and the play clock. Another running play. Fields again dragging people with him. He refuses to go down and picks up 4 more yards. 3 straight touches for Fields. And that just might be the last play of the quarter, although Wayne is up to the line of scrimmage. Now they go back into a huddle. And Coach Moore may say, let's take a breather here, fellas, and go to the second quarter. Yeah, they're in no hurry to get out of the huddle. So the first quarter will come to an end with the score, Snider 10, Wayne nothing. Back with second quarter action in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599. Keep your skills on point and take advantage of the Always 100 basketball camps. The Holiday Hoops Developmental Camp is for ages pre-K through 8th grade. You'll work on shooting, dribbling, passing, and defense December 24th through January the 2nd on Tuesday and Thursdays. And the Always 100 Pro Camp 2020 takes you to the next level. It's the real college.
Welcome back to Spooler Stadium as we start the second quarter. The Snider Panthers leading the Wayne Generals by a score of 10-0. Wayne now moving from left to right. Jim Measle here along with Ryan Dellinger and our cameraman Dave Peterson. And the Generals keep the ball on the ground. And hits Fields again. He is stopped just short of the first down at about the 48-yard line. That's his 9th carry of the game. We're just starting the second quarter.
Yeah, they're going to use him big time tonight. You can see that time the Panthers were coming with a blitz off the corner. And Fields just decided to get it more north and south and got close to the first down yardage for the Wayne Generals.
About 1.5 yards needed for the first down. 3 receivers to this side. Line the gain is right at the 50. Now their quarterback, Meek, looks over to the bench. They may be checking things off here.
You better hurry up.
Play clock's at 2. It's at 1. They get it off in time. Meek will throw. And he's got a man for a first down inside the 30-yard line. Pass caught by number 8, Ethan Dumas. 5'11", 180 senior. 23 yards on that pickup. First down, Generals. They'll run it around the end and get big yardage. Inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Fields again. That's 38 yards on 10 carries for Fields, and the Generals are in the red zone for the first time tonight. 10:51 to go in the first half. Snider 10, Wayne nothing, but the Generals have a chance to get on the board here. Second down and a yard from the 18. Moving on the line. Did Snider jump offside? Looked like they did. Offside Snider. That'll be a first down for Wayne. Third penalty on the Panthers for 30 yards.
It's going to be right outside the, about what, the 12? Yeah, the 12-yard line.
First and 10 Generals.
Well, they give the ball to Fields again here.
Why not?
3 receivers, 2 on this side. Yep, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But this time, the Snider defense comes up with a play. And Fields dropped for a loss by Kyler Davis, 6'2", 255 senior.
Loss of 3 on the play.
That'll be a loss of 3. So the ball is at the 16-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 13 for the Wayne Generals. 10:25 to go in the first half. Snider on top, 10-0, but the Generals are in the red zone. They're playing behind the down markers, though. Play action fake. Here's a pass to the goal line. At the goal line, it's caught. And give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Generals. The catch made by Cameron Tolles. A 16-yard touchdown pass. Well, now. Well, that's Tolles' first touchdown reception of the season. Wayne looking to cut the lead now to 3. Holding will be Meek. Kick is blocked. No good. So a timeout of the field with 10:11 to go in the first half. It's now Snider 10, Wayne 6. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, we have Diego Semperio, number 91, a 5'7", 143 junior, ready to kick off for the Wayne Generals. As the Generals have a touchdown, the point after was no good. And the Snider lead is 10-6 with 10-11 to go in the first half.
That was a good drive by the Wayne Generals. A lot of good power runs and then some good passing over the middle. This ball's going to pounce.
Short kickoff, picked up, and look out. There goes Alonzo Derrick. Derrick is loose. Derrick across midfield, down to the Wayne 40-yard line. Derrick with a big play on special teams for the Snider Panthers.
41-yard line.
A short field for the Panther offense. They will start at the Generals 41.
Moon with a tackle there. That would, if he doesn't get that, he might be gone for 6. We'll see if the Panthers they're going to put Trotter in the backfield now. He's more of a, well, I would have said he was more of a bruising runner than Lenny Bennett, but that's not the case after we saw Lenny Bennett run over one of the safeties from Wayne.
3 receivers, 2 on the right, 1 on the near side. First down at the Generals 41. Quick pass to the right flat caught. And that'll be a pickup of 7, maybe 8 yards to the 33-yard line. And the reception made on the far side by Alonzo Derrick, who just had the big kickoff return. Didn't even get a chance to catch his breath.
Nope, they said you did so well on that one, you're going to get another chance.
They spot the ball at the 34, so give them 7 yards. Second down and 3 for Snider at the Wayne 34-yard line. Panthers on top, 10-6. Now Derrick comes in motion. Here's a pass by Barnes. He's got Derrick again. First down, breaks the tackle, and is down at the 30-yard line.
It's enough for a first down, though. Yeah, Alonzo Derrick, after he caught it and slipped the tackle, was thinking 6 points, but the turf monster got him there at the 30-yard line.
That turf monster again.
Sniper got him.
6 first downs now for Snider. The ball's at the Wayne 29-yard line. First down. Snider on top, 10-6. We come down to 9 minutes to play in the first half. Running play. Look at that hole off the left side. Inside the 20 to the 15. Still going inside the 10. What a run! A spectacular run! Down to the goal line. Not quite in the end zone. My goodness. Cameron Trotter. He wasn't trotting there, boy.
The traction AP replay, you see, he hits the A button, now the ABC button, and drags a couple guys right to the goal line.
That may be one of the best runs of the year. There's another top 10 candidate. The ball is at the 1. First and goal, and now they reset the play clock. That's the reason for the whistle. Now we're ready to go. That's Cody Fairchild checking in, number 64 for the Panthers. And why not give the ball to Trotter? He made the spectacular play. Give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Snider. Cameron Trotter.
Yeah, Trotter on the easy blast play there.
That's a 6 touchdown rushing for the season. And it was a blast, a 1-yard blast for Trotter. Well, a little substitution there, maybe providing a spark off the bench. 8:15 to go in the first half. Extra point attempt now by Trent Ryder. Spotted, booted in that direction, and the kick is good. The new score on the board, Snider 17, Wayne 6. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the...
Welcome back, everybody. Here is the kickoff down inside the 10. It bounces at the goal line. That's an active ball. And look out, trouble here for Wayne. They're going to be starting inside of the 10-yard line at the 6. And Andre Beasley caught between a rock and a hard place right there.
And now they're pinned back there deep right at their own end zone. That was a good kick by Trent Ryder. He angled it down there. I think it bounced right about the 5, didn't it? Maybe the 7, and took a nice roll and just stopped.
Hey, Huntington North has gone ahead of DeKalb now 7-6 in the second quarter.
Huntington North can score this year.
They were 2-3 entering that ball game. DeKalb 4-1. So the Wayne Generals down 17-6. They got to be very careful here, deep in their own territory, with 8:07 to go in the first half. Snider on top, 17-6. First down from the 6-yard line. And it's Fields. He is hit, drives forward. Takes about 3 guys to get him down, 4 guys to get him down. The kid runs hard, doesn't he?
Sure does. He gets his shoulders square and tries to run right over guys. He's got a low center of gravity to boot.
He's listed at 6'1", 187 pounds. Yeah, that's
college material.
Yep. Ball is at the 8, second down and 8. Fields again, this time off the left side. Can he get the corner? He got a block. Boom, boom. Pounds the guy at the 15-yard line, gets up to the 16, and looks to have a first down for Wayne.
So pick up of 8.
Man, that was definitely a not a whap. That was a first down and 10 for Wayne out to their 16-yard line. Big first down for the Generals there as they get some breathing room. Play clock's at 12, plenty of time. 3 receivers, 2 to the near side, 1 to the left. Fumble on the snap from center. That ball is loose. And who got it?
Fumble on the play.
No indication yet.
Some of the Panthers are saying they got it. I don't know. I'm not sure anybody knows who's got it yet.
Well,
the Panthers jump up with
it. Yep, they do it. They do have it. Who came away with that loose hog bladder?
Janini Belizaire is the guy that everybody's slapping around.
All right, first turnover of the night. Belizaire with a fumble recovery. And that play was disastrous for Wayne from the get-go. And that's, as we mentioned in the pregame, Ryan, that's been one of the issues for the Generals this year, the turnovers.
Yeah, that's going to set up Snider at they're marking it at the 13.
Right outside of the soccer penalty area.
Yep, and that will be Trotter back into the backfield once again for Snider.
All right, the Panthers looking to take advantage of the Wayne miscue. Here's Barnes throwing the football. Boy, that was nearly picked. I think that went through the hands of a Wayne defender at around the 5-yard line.
It was certainly tipped.
Oh, boy, that was almost a pick the other way. So it brings up second down and 10 now for Snider at the Wayne 13. 6:59 to go in the first half. And it's Trotter with a hole inside the 5. Lowers his shoulder, drives it into the end zone. Give that man 6 points. Oh, my.
That was from what, about 13 yards out?
13 yards out. That was power right there, boy.
take a look at that again on the Traction AP replay as Cam Trotter goes in with his second touchdown of the night.
So he has scored 2 touchdowns in a span of a minute and 23 seconds. Riders PAT, sort of a line drive, but the kick is good. And a timeout, new score on the board. Snider 24, Wayne 6. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, Ryan, South Adams leads Adams Central now 42-14. So South Adams will win the Adams County Showdown there. Here's the kickoff down to the 9, and a better outcome here for Wayne on this kickoff as they get it out across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Better starting position this time for the Generals. They need to get a drive going with 6:45 to play here before halftime.
Elliott returned the kick to the 33. 24-6. And, Wayne needs to get something going here. This is on the verge of getting out of hand. They had cut the lead to 10-6, but then Mr. Trotter went to work. Cameron Trotter with 2 touchdowns in a span of a minute 23. The Generals turning the ball over deep in their own territory, leading to the last Snider touchdown. And here's a pass over the middle. It's incomplete. As the pass from Meek intended for Cameron Toles, who caught the touchdown pass earlier.
He just ran down there about 6 yards, turned around, but the ball was behind him. There was some pressure that time on Meek.
Second down and 10 now for Wayne at their own 33-yard line. 3 receivers, 2 on this side, 1 on the left. From the 33 on 2nd and 10. And a bit of a timing snafu because of a high snap, and it's only a 1-yard gain to the 34-yard line.
Well, that time, Moon for Snider, he came in and filled that gap pretty quick on that play. He was blitzing, and he read it perfectly and stepped right in that hole to slow up the running back. Now 3rd down and long for the Wayne Generals.
Elliott, the ball carrier in that last play. We are right above the student section here at Snider at Spooler Stadium, and they're getting quite active right here below us.
Yeah, they used to be to our right. They've put them in the middle this year.
4 receivers. Meek on a roll. His pass too low for Tolles, incomplete. 4th and 9, and Wayne has to punt the ball away.
Last time Wayne had to punt, it was a high snap, and they were lucky and fortunate to get the punt away. So I'm sure the Snider Panthers saw that and will try to bring some more heat.
5:58 to go in the first half. 24-6. Snider leading Wayne as we started 2 hours late because of the weather, but we are playing football. That's the bottom line. Snider should get some decent field position here. Here's the punt. And it's towards the far side, going out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark it. And they're going to spot it down at the 49 of Snider. So a short field for the Panther offense as they started their own 49.
From their own 49-yard
We'll
line.
have 5:51 to work with here before halftime.
Snider, homecoming
We'll
court
see if Lenny Bennett will come back in. Trotter got his second touchdown, so Bennett will check in. And we'll see if the Panthers just continue to try to keep the ball on the ground, or if they try to work Dylan Duff and Derek into the passing game once again. You got some more score updates there, do you, Jim?
Well, how about Jalen Harris taking it to the house for the Legends?
So they
and
lead.
They're
playing. Who are they playing tonight?
Homestead. So they're underway at Chambers Field, and some drama early on.
Looks like Bennett's going to pick up about
maybe
three total yards on that on just a straight dive play.
He's carried the ball 9 times tonight for 45 yards. Panther ground attack, 45 yards for Bennett, 58 yards for Barnes, 41 yards for Trotter. Barnes has thrown for 61 yards.
He's got Duff right here wide open.
Oh, my
Nobody's
goodness.
Now they'll switch out of it because they went in motion, did the Snider Panthers.
Well, they keep it on the ground, and they pick up 4 yards. But that's one of those deals. You see how things line up on tape, and you may want to check off into something else.
Yeah, I don't think John Barnes realized that they did not cover Dylan Duff.
Well, the ball is at the Generals' 44, 3rd down and 3. Line the gain is the 41. And they'll run it, and they'll get the first down. First down, Snider, as Bennett running hard, picking up about 10 yards there. Gives him 59 yards on 11 carries. So my count, we got Snider with 158 yards in the ground as we have a shaken up player or a timeout. Timeout taken here. Timeout taken by Wayne, not an injured player.
Why don't we just stay here? Do you have any scores you want to update us on? I know you've been checking there a lot faster than I have tonight. I'll try to see if I've got anything for you too, Jim. Concordia and Dwenger aren't kicking off now till 10.
Oh, my. I hope nobody has to go to work in the morning. Well, me and modern technology don't get along.
I hear you. Let's see.
It's a final now. South Adams 42, Adams Central 14.
Wow.
So, play the fight song there, South Adams. Homestead comes back. Goody to Kistler, 80-yard touchdown.
So it looks like they may have ran 2 plays in that game and 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
The kickoff was a touchdown. There was a touchback. They threw the first pass, and it went 20 or 80 yards for a touchdown for Homestead.
2 touchdowns in 25 seconds. DeKalb 14-7 now over Huntington North. That is halftime. So the Barons are getting a battle from the Vikings here tonight. East Noble 28-0 over Norwell. That's in the 3rd quarter. All right, back to the action out of the Wayne timeout. First down. Here's a pass. Caught inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Alonzo Derrick, the reception. And they have another first down.
He got a good block that time from number 9, Dominic Johnson, who came back on that play to help his wide receiver get a couple extra yards on that play. And we're down to 4:24 to play here in the first half.
24-6. Snider with the lead. They're going for more. And here's Bennett. Look at that hole off the right side. Bennett inside the 10. Taking guys with him down to the 5. 18 more yards. And now Snider ripping off big chunks of yardage.
Down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Panthers.
First down number 10 for Snider. Put the first down markers down, and first and goal for Snider at the Wayne 5.
First and goal, Panthers from the 5-yard line.
Bennett stays in the backfield. John Barnes Jr., number 17, takes the snap. Bennett cuts it back to the inside, gets down to about the 1.
Number 1,
it's second and goal. And Bennett getting close to 100 yards rushing. 81 yards on 13 carries.
And you look there on that right side, he's got Randy Holt standing there, and that's a good spot to run. Find that big fella.
Second and goal from the 1. Bennett again into the end zone. Give that man 6 points. Touchdown, Snider Panthers. As Lenny Bennett scores from a yard out. Makes the score now 30-6 favor Snider with the point conversion upcoming. 3:27 to go in the first half.
Number 96, Trent Ryder.
So the Panthers with 3 straight touchdowns following the Wayne touchdown. Extra point attempt now by Trent Ryder. Spotted, booted, and the kick is no good. Wide right. Time out of the field. 3:27 to go in the first half. Snider 30, Wayne 6. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors...
For every victory, for every highlight, for every team in the Summit Athletic Conference, we've got you covered. Like, follow, and subscribe for all the latest.
All right, here's the kickoff to the far side of the field, taken at the 12, up to the 20. This is Elliott. Elliott is finally dragged down at the 30-yard line.
Brought down by number 2, Michael Ely.
And Mike Lealy, the basketball player, with a big tackle.
Ronald Elliott.
So Snider, with a very sharp response after the Wayne touchdown, had cut the lead to 10-6. The substitution that brought Cameron Trotter into the ball game really sparked the Panthers offensively, and they're on a roll right now.
I mean, you really look at the possessions for Wayne; they have not had bad field position to start their drives, other than the one where they started at their own 6. They've been out around, the 30 to 40 yard line most here of the first half.
On first down, the Generals get a couple of yards to the 32-yard line as Fields carries the ball. His 14th carry of the night for 47 yards, and a personal foul on Snider after the play, Ryan.
So that'll give Wayne better field position here. 3:09 to play. I'm not sure who they whistled that one on. Looks like it might be on Mr. Moon, as he's going to come over and talk to his head coach, Kurt Tittman.
4th penalty on Snider for 45 yards. First down, Wayne, their 5th. And the Generals will have the ball at their own 47-yard line with 3:09 to go in the first half. Wayne has 2 timeouts left. Snider has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the near side on first down. And it's Fields again. He's in trouble. And they try to run the sweep, but nothing doing. Loss of 2.
Met in the backfield, loss of 2.
Snider with about 3 different players coming up at corner, and both linebackers were blitzing on that play that time. Looked like Peasley was in there in the backfield with a host of other Panthers. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll have the Drive Kelly halftime show for you. We'll have all the scores that we've got. Remember, tonight, a bit of an odd night with all the cancellations.
And like I said, there's some weekend plans have been changed because of the weather tonight, with Saturday high school football tomorrow for some folks, and a false start being whistled here on Wayne. That'll be the Generals' first penalty tonight. So they go further behind the sticks. 2nd down and 17 for the Generals at their own 40, with 2:19 remaining in the first half. 30-6 favors Snider. 2 receivers on this side, 1 to the left.
Wow.
A bit of a high snap there, and they'll run it, and being dragged down after a 1-yard loss, or a 1-yard gain rather, is Ronald Elliott II.
Number 21, Elliott, the ball carrier.
Trying to think who just came off that edge so fast for the Panthers. It looked like it was number 38.
3rd and 16.
Snider takes a timeout.
Keel, who came right off that corner so fast, and Fields went right by him.
So a timeout taken by Snider defensively. We'll keep it here. 1:59 to go in the first half. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. We're just past 10 o'clock.
Some games just kicking off, by the way.
Oh, kind of like West Coast football. Congratulations. Go ahead.
I remember the days when I could stay up to watch the West Coast football games on late night. Now that's not an option any longer.
That's why we have DVRs.
Yes.
Bluffton defeats Southern Wells 48-14. 48-14. That's a final. Bluffton a winner. They move to 5-1 overall and 3-1 in the conference. Southern Wells 1-5 overall, 1-2 in the conference.
Another whistle.
Another whistle as we're ready to resume action.
Wow. Bit of an upset down in Indianapolis tonight, Jim. North Central beats Carmel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Line the gate is the 43 of Snider. Short pass and about 3 or 4 yards, and that's it. 4th down and long upcoming for Wayne. And another whistle after the play.
Timeout.
Officials timeout on the field.
3-yard gain on that play. Snider takes another timeout. That'll leave him with 1.
Coming up after the timeout, it'll be 4th down and 13 for the Generals.
So out of the timeout, be 4th and 13 for Wayne. 1:49 to go in the first half. And Snider on top, 30-6. 2 touchdowns tonight for Lenny Bennett from 4 and 1 yard out. Cameron Trotter has a pair of touchdowns from 1 yard and 13 yards. Ryder has a 36-yard field goal, the only score for Wayne. A 16-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Meek to Cameron Tolles.
Score update, Homestead leads 10-7 now over North Side. And that's in the first, I think that's in the first quarter.
Yeah. Some folks who live near Chambers Field are going to have some light in their living room for a while here tonight. Here's a line drive punt.
A laser.
And a nice catch at the 20-yard line.
Jay-Sean Underwood.
Underwood returns to the 28-yard line. So Snider with 1 timeout will take over there. Let's see if they can march at 72 yards. In 1:38, they lead at 30-6.
I wouldn't even be shocked if they stayed on the ground, Jim, to be honest with you. They have been able to pick up chunk yardage all the time on the ground, so we'll see if that's the case or if they go they're going to have Bennett out there, so they are going to have a running back in there.
Snider will get the ball to start the second half.
No, they're going to put him in the slot.
Yeah, they did that earlier.
Yep.
Nobody in the backfield. And here's Bennett taking the pass. Bennett, with a little room to rumble, is out of bounds at the 39-yard line, a pickup of 12 yards.
Yeah, it's just a really simple play that the Panthers run. They have the wide receiver there was Dylan Duff. He just ran right down the middle, and that just cleared that whole area for the Panthers. And they just throw it out there and an easy pickup.
It's just pitch and catch.
Yep, sure is.
Pitch and catch. Again, they go naked in the backfield. 4 receivers. Barnes has time over the middle.
Oh.
Incomplete.
He hit Alonzo Derrick directly in the face mask.
Now that's a point.
Yeah, and even Derrick is adjusting his helmet from where it bounced off. If he caught that, he had a lot of room to go. Maybe the distance on that. He only had one guy to beat.
Got to catch it first.
Yeah.
1:26 to go in the half. Snider 30, Wayne 6. Second down. Should be second down. Now they get
nobody covering the wide receiver again.
And you know what? I think Coach saw that for Wayne. Derek Moore or somebody on his staff saw that and immediately called a timeout. And that's what we talked about earlier. Checking down into a play in which you got wide open people.
the clock was stopped because the Panthers just weren't trying to go fast on that play because they knew they didn't have to. But wisely, the coaching staff up here in the press box saw it and was able to radio down to their coaches down there and got a good stoppage there because the corner safety was coming over, but it was way late.
And again, we talk about the Wayne Generals losing a lot of veteran players from last year's team. And a lot of guys, varsity football, it's a big difference between varsity and JVs. And Dwenger and Concordia are underway, and they are scoreless, and they're playing on grass?
Yeah, Concordia Zollner Stadium is grass, and it gets a little tacky in this rain. It's not good with rain for sure. Last year basically destroyed after the first weekend, just like Northrop was.
All right, 2nd down and 10 for Snider at their own 39-yard line. Barnes, quick pass, has a man and gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Using the sidelines here. Wortman makes the catch. That's his 3rd reception of the night. They're down in 3 upcoming for Snider at their own 46. Line the game is the Snider 49. Clock is stopped with 1:22 to go until halftime. Snider on top, 30-6. Barnes looking, throwing, and it's incomplete. Missed connections with his intended receiver over there. That was Drew Sims.
Yeah, and the Panthers want that ball back because Alonzo Derrick was running the seam route, and nobody picked him up. Nobody picked him up.
I don't see a punter out there, Ryan.
Nope, I think they're just going to possess the try, and I wouldn't even be shocked if they try to run the ball on 4th and 3.
They need 3, yep, lined against the 49.
Little read play again.
And they'll get the 1st down and more. Lenny Bennett. Boy, did you see that seal block here on the near side?
Yeah, we'll look at it again here on the Traction AP replay.
22 yards in that pickup.
Yeah, they pulled the tackle and guard from the other side. They came around and were able to seal off that line. Everybody blocked to the right, but everybody was coming around from the right and was able to just open up a giant hole for Lenny Bennett.
What we're trying to do here is get a seal here and a seal there.
That is
right. And you run the play in the alley. Barnes on 1st down wants it all, and it's incomplete. There was contact, and here comes that yellow flag.
I'll be honest with you, Jim. I think they picked this flag up. The receiver was running a deep post route out there, and that ball was just completely behind him. They are going to call pass interference.
Drew Sims, the intended receiver, pass interference on Wayne, and in high school ball, you mark it off on the line of scrimmage.
Were you going a little Hank Stram on us just a minute ago? Or
well, that was Lombardi.
Lombardi, that's right.
Now you want to hear Hank Stram?
Yeah.
Attaboy, Lenny. Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
Absolutely, you got it.
Leonard, that play's wide open. Lenny Dawson out of Purdue.
Lenny Dawson.
That's why
he was a very good professional football player.
And as he's one of the reasons why Purdue University is quarterback U, or was quarterback U. A running play. Here goes Bennett looking for the end zone. Inside the pylon. Get that man. 6 points. Touchdown. Lenny Bennett, his 3rd of the night.
How long was that one? 17 yards.
Yes, sir. 121 yards rushing now for Bennett on the night. I'll get his name in the paper tomorrow or Sunday, since it's probably past deadline. 59 seconds to go in the half. Ryder on to try and tack on the PAT as Snider leads by 30. Waiting for the snap, spotted, booted, and the kick is good. New score on the board as Snider has scored at 27 unanswered since the Wayne touchdown. Snider 37, Wayne 6. Back with more in a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
All right, on the kickoff, it's returned to the 22-yard line by the Generals. 55 seconds to go in the half, and Snider's up by 31, 37-6. Homestead now leads Northside 17-7 in the first quarter at Chambers Field. Last we heard, Dwenger and Concordia, they finally got their game underway, and no score as of yet.
We still don't know if we're going to have a short. Well, we have the halftime is going to have the homecoming, so I'm assuming it's going to be our typical 15-minute halftime.
First down for Wayne at their own 22, and it's a screen pass. Fields has it, bobbles it, and now drops it just as well. The Snider Panthers were closing in on him. So incomplete pass stops the clock with 49 seconds to go in the half. It was 10-6, Snider by 4 with 10-11 to go in the first half. Since that time, Snider has scored 27 unanswered. Second down and 10 for Wayne at their own 22-yard line. 3 receivers, 2 on this side. Fields spins away from one man and gets a couple of yards to the 24.
Panthers elect not to use the timeout.
Snider has 1 timeout left. So does Wayne. And
the clock and the play clock are exactly the same.
28 seconds left on both of them, and nobody is in any hurry right now. Third down and 9. Wayne will have to snap it here. Or maybe they won't have to snap it, since Ryan just said they're totally in sync. 14, 13, and nobody's in any hurry to do anything. 4 receivers, 3 on this side. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, and I don't think we're going to get another playoff here. First half comes to an end here at Spuler Stadium. Halftime score, the Snider Panthers 37, the Wayne Generals 6. Back with more in just a moment on SummitCitySports.com.
Sports Medicine's integrated sports medicine team is built to serve the needs of all athletes in all sports. Our team's only goal is to improve athletes in every facet. PSM offers performance training to help athletes get better on the field, dedicated athletic rehabilitation and physical therapy to help them get better off of it, certified athletic trainers in our PSM schools providing daily support to our athletes, and a specialized orthopedic walking clinic when injury strikes. Call 260-266-4007 to speak to our care navigators or visit ParkviewSportsMedicine.com to learn more about what we can do to improve athletes at all levels.
The Acme Bar and Grill, where neighbors meet. A Fort Wayne tradition since 1941. We feature nightly dinner specials along with our iconic pizza, wings, and pork tenderloins, and barbecue in our family-friendly atmosphere with a retro flair. Additionally, we offer a full bar with 26 beers on tap from various Midwest breweries. We also have an area perfect for private events such as meetings, reunions, and banquets that holds up to 50 people. The Acme Bar and Grill, located in the heart of East State Village, where neighbors
Give your home the curb appeal it deserves and trust Kurt's Mio to power wash your home. Additional services include concrete sealing, deck and fence cleaning, driveway replacement, and stamped concrete. Just head on over to kurtzmio.com, request your virtual quote, and use the code SummitCity for 15% off all power washing services today. That's kurtzmio.com, supporting the youth of Fort Wayne. Looking for a way to naturally aid in soothing aches, pains, and sore muscles and reduce inflammation from the skin? Want a relief in minutes? Try Alleviate. Contact Hillary Didier for details. You can find her at didier.hillary@gmail.com or call her at 260-312-1599.
The Kelly Automotive Group is simple, transparent, reliable. Simple. Our customer specialists make buying a car easy and fun. Transparent. Our price listed is the best price. No hassle, no gimmicks. Reliable. Buy with confidence and peace of mind. We work hard to ensure the best value however you shop. Come see us in Decatur at the 2733 Auto Mall and shop 7 brands in one location. The Kelly Automotive Group. Simple, transparent, reliable.
Joint pain, sprains, strains, or a possible broken bone? Make the Parkview Ortho Express walk-in clinic your first stop when you have an orthopedic or sports injury. Parkview Ortho Express, located at the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, gives you access to quick care and orthopedic physicians when you need it most. Get x-rays, treatment, and referrals to Parkview Care, all in the convenience of a walk-in clinic. Parkview Ortho Express is open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Call 260-266-4007 for more information. Developing athletes to be foundationally strong. Healthy and consistent training. Expert staff. Long-term athletic development. Parkview Sports Medicine Performance. Any athlete, any age, any skill level.
I was once a Southside kid who was led on a journey by high school football. A journey that taught me discipline, toughness, and the skills that made me a success. As a businessman with a CPA license who owns his own firm, I still use the building blocks of high school sports in my everyday life. Someday sports will end no matter what level you reach, but you will be left with the skills to compete in the next game, the game of life.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball.
5 in class, adjusted the time. 34 unanswered, 8 p.m. Rough weather as we speak, as we approach. And Meek sends it out here in the near flat. It's caught. Yes, they start the lineup for the handshakes. We'll play no more football.